Oh, well, hello there. I guess I am going to do a tutorial about some really basic KappaGuerra footwork. It's the KappaGuerra Jinga. And like I said, there are probably a lot of tutorials online you can find about that. And it's one of the fundamentals of helping to move from your orthodox stance, which is the left leading, to southpaw with the right leading. And so the KappaGuerra Jinga from the front, it simply starts from your hips squared off to the direction you're facing the position, your feet just a little bit wider than hips width apart. My right leg is back, so my right hand is going to be up. This is sort of their defensive and guard position in KappaGuerra, this hand here. The other one sometimes hangs down. We're just going to leave it at that. There are different ways of doing that. Then simply switching, you just step up so that both feet are right next to each other, parallel to each other. And then as you step the other foot back, so now we're stepping the left foot back, you swing that left arm up simultaneously as the right arm goes down. So you're simply moving into a squared up position, both feet are parallel together, and then stepping back the other side, and the hand comes up. So it looks like this from the front. 1 and 2, and left back, and right back, and left back, and right back. Squared up. One thing to keep in mind, a lot of people get it confused. Just keep in mind that every time one leg goes back, that's the arm that's going to be up. So my right leg is back, my right arm is up. And it's parallel to the floor for the most part. Switching, my left leg is back, so my left hand is up. Some other things to consider. Let's take a look at this from my profile from the side. When you step the right foot back and put that right hand up, as you can see, I can have some spring off of the back foot because my heel is not going flat to the floor for this particular movement. It's always facing forward so I can spring off of it. And if you have the mobility, you should be able to just sit down onto your knee here. That's kind of the position you want to be in. That's the width that you want. Some people lean forward sometimes, some people are standing straight up. It all depends on the situation, right? So again, look to the side, the feet are parallel, and then as you step back, you bring the other hand up. And like I said, you should be able to touch down on your knee here and spring up. Now, how does this apply to switching from southpaw to orthodox? If it's not obvious, well, here it is. So you don't have to get in that traditional or that most common KappaGuerra position with the hands here, right? And when you switch here, where the arm is parallel to the floor. If you start in orthodox with your left hand leading, it's simply the same movement here, but both hands are up in your boxing guard, right? Elbows, shoulders relaxed, elbows close to your body, right? Chin down slightly, looking forward. You can do the same exact thing, but see, here I'm not squared up. I could be if I wanted to, but I'm turned to the side. My front leg, my left leg is slightly turned, facing towards the right, and so is my right foot. Here I have my heels lined up, but you don't have to. You can have a wider stance. You can think of it like rollerblades, right? Inline skates. Sometimes your heels can be in a line, or more like the traditional roller skates, where they're offset and the wheels are parallel to each other. This gives you a little bit more mobility, but different styles, different people move a different way. It's up to you. But for this switching, it's the same thing. You're going to step forward for a moment, making your feet parallel and squaring off, and then stepping the other foot back. And you can see with this boxing stance here how that works. So it's just switching 1, 2. So I'm in orthodox, and then 1, 2, southpaw. It actually, to move that way, you're actually moving closer to your opponent just for a moment, and then stepping back. So you got to keep that in mind when you're doing it. This is why sometimes the KappaGuerra Jinga is not so practical. It just depends on the situation that you're in. You step and switch. You can easily step in Muay Thai, sometimes they do a big switch. You can step back this way by lifting the front leg and stepping away. Right? You can do the same thing to go forward. Lift and step it in. If I was with the right knee, same thing. You push off that front leg, lift the knee and step back. Same thing, you do push off, finish to the back, push, pivot on that foot and finish forward. But don't get ahead of yourself. Just remember that the very simple way to practice being ambidextrous, left and right leading, is you can use that Jinga to shift. So in one of the other videos, I showed a combo that was a jab cross hook followed by a round kick. So now you can see how the Jinga goes into play for that movement. You start, jab, cross, hook, round kick. Step back here, and I'm simply going to switch using the Jinga. 1, 2. Now I'm in southpaw. Right is in the lead. Jab, cross, hook, round kick. Step back and Jinga. See? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step and switch. And again, you can also use that jump switch. Right? So you have a lot of different ways you can switch from southpaw to orthodox. That KappaGuerra Jinga is just one, and you can combine it with that jump switch, or even that big lifting leg switch that sometimes you might see from Muay Thai fighters or other kickboxers.
Let us welcome all the performers on stage.
This is to get your body used to, again, doing these techniques from both the left-facing orthodox position and the right lead-facing southpaw position. And also learning how to use gravity to assist your techniques and get the natural flow of your body to get the techniques going. So here's what I mean. This combination in particular is going back and forth. It's either going left, right, or right, left, right? So we're alternating. This whole swaying back and forth with your body can be very useful to land techniques. It helps you to kind of understand your body position and the different momentum, types of momentum that's generated and the effects of gravity on your body to help you get these techniques. So this one in particular, this third combo here, is going to use these same 7 techniques but in a different order. This one now, you're going to first start off by getting into the pocket. Jab, cross, hook. You fake first, set back, roundhouse kick. As soon as you step back from the roundhouse kick, you can slip and parry, and slip and parry. And you notice the second one, I stepped my foot across. It just all depends on where you are. There's no reason to stick to the floor and stay in one place. You know, these combos need to be very dynamic, need to be fluid, be able to move, right? So, of course, the second thing, on the other side, you can switch, right? You can jump switch, or you can do a few steps to get into it. Then again, the same thing. It's going to go here. You're going to move into the pocket, jab, cross, hook, fake, roundhouse kick, slip, parry, right? So, let's go ahead with that. Start off again. Here we go. Move in the pocket. Fake. Slip, parry. Switch. Move in the pocket. Jab, cross, hook. Man, get excited, right? Jab, cross, hook, fake, roundhouse kick, slip, parry, slip, parry. Okay? One more time here. Right? One more time. Moving in. Jab, cross, hook, fake, roundhouse kick, slip, parry, switch sides. Jab, cross, hook, fake, roundhouse kick, slip, parry. Get those hands back up. There you go, simple as that. So we got these combos using those same 7 techniques that you can put together in that different order and use your imagination. So now you have those tools right there where you can figure out how to put them into effect. Just one more thing to say about that is you see after that final roundhouse kick, your body moves back automatically. So you can use that downward deceleration when gravity pulls you from that momentum of moving back to do the first slip and then the second slip. See, everything's left, right. And it just gets your body used to moving immediately from after you land a technique, right? Roundhouse kick, step back, momentum, right? It can even be here. Momentum, slip, right? It can be used to set up all different kinds of movement to get out of the way, moving left and right. Movement is very useful in evading and escaping from attacks, as well as setting up your own attacks. So there it goes. That was the third of this combo. You can make use of that. And again, some different ways that you can use it are you can time yourself for rounds of either a minute up to 5 minutes with a 1 minute break in between, and you can do as many rounds as you like to build up your endurance and to practice. Or you can practice sets, and remember, one set is doing the 7 techniques once on each side. So the 7 techniques on the left and the right, that's one set, and you can decide how many sets you want to do, up to 10, 20, even more. Just depends on how you feel.